Today I'm here to share my freshman showcase and the experiences I've had here at Harper Junior High. My inspirational quote that has helped shape the person I've become today comes from the Bible in the book of Proverbs. As iron sharpens iron, so does one man sharpen another. What this verse is saying is that we need to create communities where we can build each other up and have relationships with others who we can count on. And that is exactly what I've done here in the last 3 years. So on September 6, 1998, I was born in Petersburg, city in the country of South Africa. I lived there along with my other relatives until about the time I turned 9. That's when my family and I, my sister, my mom, and my dad, decided to move to America to just experience a different part of the world. So from South Africa to Atlanta to LA to last Davis, we finally decided to settle down and just stay here. And by that time, I was in 5th grade and attending Margaret Montgomery, which is where I first started meeting new people here at Davis. But it felt I felt really outside and separated from other people, even though just because it was so different here compared to South Africa or even LA. But I started making a few good friends, which made it a little bit easier to adjust to all the changes. And I still miss home, and me and my family, we go back to visit about every 2 years on a flight that takes roughly 24 hours. So things I enjoy doing are typically things that, I can share with others, or moments or activities I can share with others. 2 examples of this are playing rugby and traveling and sightseeing with my family. After playing a little bit back in South Africa, I decided to play rugby again this year for the first time at DHS. It is a really good team bonding sport where you become friends with everybody on the team. So I really enjoyed it and definitely hope to play for the rest of my time at high school. The second thing I mentioned, which I enjoyed doing, was traveling and sightseeing with my family. We've gone to visit many places, including Alaska, Yosemite, Yellowstone, Navajo Nation, and Death Valley. There's a great world out there that needs to be seen, so I keep looking forward to every time my dad says, "Pack your bags, we're going on a road trip." I've done so many things here at Harper that it becomes hard to remember all of them. But one of my first favorite things I can remember was learning about the Crusades in 7th grade, because back then I just thought knights were really cool, and yes, I really enjoyed that. And also this year at drafting, I was taught a bunch of new programs that were really cool and that I can definitely use later in life. Although 3 years wouldn't be enough to learn each of these programs completely, my knowledge on how to use them has definitely grown a lot. Recently I've been able to create skyscrapers, monsters, or just playing goofy animations, so it's really cool. But all of these things, one thing all these have in common though was math. My math skills and knowledge has grown a lot here during my time at Harvard. Here are some sample work I can show you for my math work. So the first year I have is a trigonometry book that we created in math this year in this D's class. And then also, I have a math exam, which I can say I got an A+ on, which I was pretty proud of. But I studied really hard for this test. And I think it's really important to realize our skills now, because they will definitely become more useful later in life when I'm searching for a career or a job. The experiences I've had here at Harper have definitely shaped me into a completely different person than when I first stepped foot on this campus as a 7th grader. I'm able to be a lot more outgoing and take risks doing things I wouldn't have usually done before, but I'm happy that I've done it now. I wouldn't be able to tell you how many times I've been hit with a paintball gun or just stayed up late TVing someone's house, because those are just a few things I enjoy doing so often nowadays. And another way Harper has shaped my life is by teaching me to work hard and strive for what I want. Because I've learned that not everything always just comes easy to me, and I have to fight for it. Some examples of this are my effort in school, which has grown a lot because of the more challenging classes this year in 9th grade, and my participation in rugby, because I had to learn to push hard to win. The final way my life has been formed here is through my ability to connect and befriend others. It has become a lot easier for me to relate and just talk to other people, therefore creating far more friendships than I could have ever hoped for. I've had plenty of great experiences and not so good ones here at Harvard. But if I were to just stick to the nicer ones, they probably have to be Spirit Days, and making new friends. Spirit Days were a really good way to come good and fun way to come to school. Whether I was in a safari costume, showing off the guns on Sunset Guns Out Day, or just wearing clothes that weren't supposed to be worn together, I always enjoyed showing some school spirit. But the best moments of them all were making new friends. There were so many great people I met here at Harper, such as Nathan, Patrick, David, that I almost enjoyed coming to school. And I only say that because I know that these relationships will not only last to the end of junior high or high school, but for the rest of my life. As I finish high school, I plan on attending a UC or college in California. The reason I say in California is because I don't want to go to the East Coast where it's freezing in the winter and I'd barely be able to ever visit my parents. So I really enjoy staying close to a beach and being in nice weather all year. So colleges such as Cal Poly or UCLA seem like a good fit. They're both great schools for academics and sports. So if I ever did decide to play rugby for a scholarship in college, I know I'd be on a promising team. I'll still be able to go home for Thanksgiving and Christmas to my parents. My future career is not something I've put too much thought on though yet. There's like a lot of choices out there for me to pick from that it's actually hard to choose. But a few things that have interested me are engineering and architecture. Being an aerospace engineer would definitely be really cool because I'd be able to design aircrafts and spaceships of all kinds. They take a lot of math and problem solving to be good at, and math and problem solving, and I know I enjoy it a lot. I would also need to, civil engineering would also be similar to aerospace engineering, except that I'd be able to put our tax money to use and create roads and bridges, which is, I think, really important for us. And then finally, architecture also took my eye because I find it really, because it really takes a lot of math and strategizing to be good at. Also, a lot of the programs I've learned this year in drafting will definitely help me make the buildings I desire. So, and also, it would be a great way to leave my mark on the world as well by knowing that I created something that other people can see and appreciate. But besides working, there's plenty of other things I'd like to do later in life as well. I'd definitely love to spend one night in the Burj Al Arab, the tallest and most grandest hotel in the world. And the Coliseum has also always fascinated me, so I definitely hope to see it one day in person. And just because I'll be getting old, I hope it won't mean that I'll stop doing crazy things. So I really want to go skydiving one day. I know as much as it'll scare me, every moment of it will be one to remember. And finally, as my gray hair starts showing, I'll probably go to try to retire on a ranch with my wife and my pets, where I can have a peaceful but fun retirement. My time here at Harper has definitely been one to remember. It has greatly impacted me not only in academics, but through the person I've become today. From creating new friendships, being more outgoing and taking risks, to working hard to achieve my goals, these are all memories and characteristics that I will take with me into my future. Junior high was not easy, and I can't say that I always liked it, but I can definitely now see that it is about over, that I really learned a lot from it. I have all my teachers to thank for pushing me to my limits, even if I didn't appreciate it at the time. And now as I move on to high school, I hope to take all this knowledge with me to where I'll have new experiences and learn more, have new opportunities to learn from. I thank you all for taking your time listening to my presentation and coming to listen to my speech.